when they say limit, everything has its own limit. And of course, marriages also have its own limit. Olori Seki has decided to say bye-bye to our 19 years marriage to Oba Elegushi. Welcome once again to this platform. If you're just coming across it and you're not a member, let's build it together. It is free. Simply tap on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. This will notify you whenever hot gist like this are dropped. You know, when we touched on Oba Elegushi's marriage, a lot of people were kind of not, they were not happy with the news. But then life has to move on. They said that Oba Elegushi decided to stretch his hands to the north of Nigeria, like his friend Olori. They are shopping for women in the north of Nigeria, and people are worried. They say soon we will have Fulani or Hausa Fulani as kings in Yoruba land. Olori Seki did not have male children. She only has female. And this prompted people to say, okay, maybe that is the reason why the king has decided to look for another woman. Instead of him looking for someone in Yoruba land, a Yoruba woman, the Oluwo and Elegushi Kakos, they decided to stretch their hands to the north of Nigeria. For those who are supporters of One Nigeria, this is nothing, of course. But for those who want to remain indigenous to themselves, for people who believe that the throne should be kept sacrosanct, should be kept as innocent as it can be, to keep it clean, to make sure that strange blood does not cross inside, so that we will not have, in quote, I'm not the one saying it, they said, bastard, etc. Now, Olori Seki has been having issues with her husband, Oba Elegushi, due to the action that he took. And, that's just one of those things. It's like, oh, so you are getting married to somebody else because I'm incapable, or you're getting married to someone else because you have to, or is it for, what is going on here? Why did you take the step that you are taking? And once a man begins to acquire more women, doesn't matter how your first wife smiles at you, you should know that there is fire on the mountain. It can never remain the same. Well, Olori Seki granted interview and she said she wasn't expecting that her husband will go out to get someone else, particularly from the north of Nigeria. That this was not her expectation. They've been together for a very long time. Of course, she's not stupid. She knows that there is a crown on the head of her husband as a prince, and there is a possibility of him becoming king. And this is someone who walked hand in hand with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We have kingmakers now, and once they say this person, and that's it. Well, we all know, we're all aware that kings often marry more than one if they choose to. And this seems to be the practice amongst, most of our paramount rulers, like Ooni of Ife. The only person that has kept one at home is Oluwo of Iwo. Oluwo of Iwo is not going to acquire, a lot of women at the same time. If one does not work, it moves on to the next, unlike Ooni of Ife. Now, Oba Elegushi is just doing the acquisition of women, acquiring more women. And now that Olori Seki said enough is enough, I want to step out of this palace. I don't want to have anything to do with this man anymore. This is stupidity. This is an insult. You know how these things are. Let's say both of them normally used to have argument. But once you bring another woman into that house as a woman, you will want to spark. You see, it won't be like how it used to be between you and your husband anymore. Maybe then you will just settle the quarrel. But now, you will always find a reason. And when a man is angry or there is something wrong between himself and his wife, his first wife, if there are any kind of agreement or conflict, don't forget that it's easy for that man to easily find solace with the other wife. And this does not calm down the situation. It further had fuel into that conflict. It is not just going to work. It's not going to work. Women believe, particularly if you've been with them for a very long time. Imagine you've been with this woman, probably you've been dating yourselves, maybe when you were 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 or something like that. And you've walked through life, through odds, through good and bad, through your challenges, through the ups and downs, through, good and bad, whatever it is. And both of you have dreams. Of course, you always have your conflicts, your differences. And you now aspire. You get to the point. You achieve your aim and dream in life. You become, let's say, king like Elegushi. And then you begin to say, now, instead of you hearing from behind that I dated that lady, I have girlfriend outside. Now I want to bring her home. Some women get infuriated, while some people say, no, it's a good thing. Rather than him going out to have girlfriends right, left, and center, let us see what he's doing. It is better. Bring her home. Kings are not expected to have girlfriends outside. A king could have concubine, but that concubine will be around the palace. It's something that we all know. It's a cultural practice. Now, back to Elegushi's private life. Let's go a little bit. When Elegushi brought in the northerner, the woman, Adiza, she gave birth to a boy. The boy passed away. And, people started saying, Olori Seki, you are the one that stretched your hands into the life of that one. Like, no, don't think you will come here and bring a boy. No, you know how male children are very, very important in Africa. Once you have a male child, it's like you've gotten everything. Particularly if it is the second wife, the girlfriend or concubine of your husband that gave birth to that boy, that male child. It's like she has won the lottery. It's like she's a queen. All of a sudden, she wants to take your title. She wants to take your crown. She wants to be the queen bee in that, your husband's life. And your husband too, knowing the same thing that I'm saying, that, male children are, very, very important to a lot of people. He will be like, let us soft pedal this thing. He's my son. He's the heir to the throne. He's the Arole. He's this, is that. He's the whatever they want to put. And these things, could infuriate, cause more havoc, make the first wife more upset and angry. And she could be very upset and she could end up doing terrible things. Well, it is not easy anyway. Let us be very sincere. Although it's cultural, it's a practice. Muslims do it. Even in the Bible, King David and a lot of people, they acquire more women. I'm not a woman and I cannot say exactly how it is, but I know it is not an easy thing. How can you see your husband taking picture with another woman, smiling, hugging? You might even feel like, look at the way he hugged her. She is just holding my husband like this. This is your second wife or third wife. So these things are like that, particularly the sharing of sleeping turn. You see, maybe when you and your husband were together, you take it easy on whatever you do. But now you want your turn, you want your time to sleep. And when you come in to sleep, you'll be like, so this is how you are going to do. So is this how we used to do it before? Or when you have finished spending all your energy on the other one, when you did this, look at how she was shouting the other day, this pepper them thing. So it's not an easy thing. I believe that a man that decides to acquire more women, put them together in one place, is on his own, because he has to have a big heart, big mind, big everything to be able to manage that situation. It is very, very, very explosive. Even with one woman, there is a lot, not to talk of acquiring more. Some might say, if I bring another one, then she will sit herself down. She will know that there is more. Well, at times it works that way, but it is just for a short time because children will be attacked. It's like you just look at your life and you say, you know what? I want to bring in competition, unhealthy competition, rivalry into my life. I want to create chaos. I want to create turmoil. I want to create a storm. I want to cause problem in my life. Come on. It is not easy. So, Elegushi, well, you've stretched your hand to the north. We are expecting you to go to the southeast of Nigeria. After all, we are one people. Okay, for those who feel like that is not possible. Well, we are all human beings. If he wants to stretch to the north, if he wants to stretch to the south, south, you can, of course, you can spread your tentacles anywhere, wherever. But your first wife, Olori Seki, said, enough is enough. I don't want to be part of this. If you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Quickly tap on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. It's very important, so you'll be notified whenever videos are dropped. And if you've been on this platform, I say a very big thank you.